Hello everybody, my name is Enrique Lopez Mañas and I'm part of the Google Developer Expert Crew. Today I would like to talk with you about event-driven programming and not reactive. I want to say that because many people think that it's a similar pattern or a similar concept, but it's in fact not the same. When we talk about event-driven programming, we talk about a pattern that allows us to decouple components so they can communicate better between themselves through sending actions or events. This is different from reactive Java, RxJava, because in reactive Java, we actually, there is a definition I like for that, and is that reactive Java is an iterator pattern for a synchronous flow of data. So it's a little bit of a different concept than event-driven programming. In event-driven programming, typically an architecture, an application that hasn't been properly planned, it looks like this. We will have fragments that are talking with another fragments, that talk with services, that are activities, that are sending messages, and everything is a mess and all the components are talking between each other. This makes everything really difficult to debug, and it's very hard to keep on developing an application. When we apply an event-driven programming paradigm, we end up with something like this. We will have still our components, thread, fragments, activities, etc. that are communicating with each other through an event bus. The event bus receives the messages and sends the messages forward to all the subscribers to the event bus. What do we actually need to implement this paradigm? We need, of course, an event bus. The event bus is the central component. We need the events that are also called messages. We need the subscribers that are actually receiving messages from the event bus. And we need publishers. The publishers are the components that are sending events or messages to the event bus. Conceptually looks like in this diagram. We will have our central bus. We can see the publisher on the left side that through a method called post will be sending a message or event to the event bus, and this event bus will send the message forward to the subscribers that are actually listening to that. It's also worth mentioning that a publisher can be also a subscriber. So an element that is posting messages could eventually receive them if that's required. When we are working with an event bus, we need first to register it and obviously to unregister it to avoid memory leaks when we do not require to use it. This is very easy, as we can see in the following line. We just need to call the methods register or unregister and pass the context as a parameter. When we want to access an event, we need to create an event function with an annotation, and this function will receive as a parameter the event that wants to be subscribed to. In this example, we have these two functions that are subscribed to the events soFragment event and update action bar title event, and they operate with them. The first function is taking this soFragment event. This event contains a fragment and is actually displaying it on the screen. And on the second function, we're actually updating the title of the application by reading the content that the event is carrying with it. This is how the soFragment event will look. If we want to carry some information, the event itself is carrying a fragment as a private variable, and we will just access all the information that is contained within. It could be absolutely everything. We can carry all the information we want within the event to make it easier the pass of messages. And when we want to post messages, it's very easy. We see here an example of a function called first button click that is happening every time we're clicking in a button, for example. And this function makes that the event bus post actually an event called soFragment event with passing it as a parameter the fragment we actually want to display on the screen.